Hi everyone, hope you're doing fine today. A short video today on critters. I have more respect for dogs and call them critters, but uh, with what you see here a lot. Here's this is a relative's dog. He comes here because he doesn't get fed properly at home. Should I say, a very high percentage of the dogs here have mangy or some type of skin disease. I forget what you call it. And this guy here, he goes to chewing his, as you can see, and he doesn't look scrawny. He gets fed, but obviously he needs a vet, and they don't spend the money on their animals. It's very unfortunate, but you'll never, very few people treat their animals properly, at least as compared to folks in Canada and the United States that I know of. I had dogs. They need water, they need consistent food, etc. These people tend to keep their dogs in at night for protection, and then they just let them open the door and out they go. And yes, some Filipinos look after their animals very well, but the large percentage, you're going to see them with disease, scrawny as all get out. Of course, there's no local or government control, local or state government control as far as limiting the number that there's no licensing or anything of that nature. So it's pathetic actually when you see so many dogs on the road and everywhere. You go to the cities and they're going around scrounging for food, and they're scrawny, they're sick. It's an eyesore. So you dog lovers, it's going to be a little challenge for you to see all this. I mean, the very first visit to the Philippines was to Cebu, and I mean, right there at the mall, there's 2 or 3 just very sickly looking animals, and it's just sad that they don't care for their animals. The other thing that troubles me is there's, Philippines is a beautiful country, but there doesn't seem to be a respect for putting your trash, containing your trash in the proper manner. Kids will go down the street, and adults too, eating something, and when they're done with it, they just drop it, the package right where it is. I mean, I'm constantly cleaning up outside there, and the pathway, and it's hard to understand. The other day we took a ride up the beach, looking for a spot to have lunch. I didn't feel like going home at the time. We were just coming back from Puerto for grocery shopping, etc. And we just went up 5-10 minutes up the road north and stopped by the beach. Not much to see, but the garbage was just everywhere, and it's so sad to see that there's no respect for their own beautiful country. Now, in towns, smaller places, and other places too, you'll see the elderly, sweeping up in front of their place. It seems that those have been the only ones I've seen cleaning up. So I'm not sure. I mean, you can argue that it's just ignorance, or you can argue that they were never trained at home to be respectful, not only of their own properties, but that of others, including the governments. So that's something that you're going to be looking at most of the time. Obviously, if you get into nicer areas, as in Makati and Manila and Cebu, there's some areas that are nice. There's someone higher to pick up, but the fact remains, there's a lot of stuff just thrown out the window, and it's sad. And some areas never picked up. At the beach, never picked up. The neighbor has a fishing boat, and when the tide is out, it exposes just dozens and dozens of big, larger pieces of garbage on the beach that they just dropped right there. It would take probably 10 minutes for 3 or 4 of them to clean that up just in front of their place, but nope, doesn't happen. So at any rate, critters, well, yeah, dogs aren't critters, but they're treated, in my view, they're not treated as they should be. I don't see too many cats. They're also extremely scrawny. Of course, the cats can catch mice and rats, etc., and there's lots of those around here. Speaking of other critters, when we were fixing up, cleaning out that well, in the process of starting the block, etc., at the bottom, there was a cobra in there. Not large, but maybe 18 inches or so, 20 inches, a young one. And of course the worker put a shovel on him and took care of that. There were some back here. There were some in the shed here, and when one worker went in the shed there looking for something, one cobra raised itself up and was about to strike, and he dropped his water and just jumped back. So, and there was another one. Where was that now? Just in the pathway over there, and they're not the king cobra, the large ones you've seen, I'm sure, which apparently are more to the north. They're found more to the mid country and north, but that's not to say the king isn't down here also. What is down here are these particular cobras, and they call them yellow belly. When you turn them over, they're kind of a cream to yellow color. They're smaller than the king. They raise themselves up to strike, and apparently they're more deadly than the king cobra. So those are some things you need to just pay attention to when you're walking around and moving around a yard. Normally, if you keep the grass down and keep it neat, they don't come around. They want density of vegetation, etc. And where there were many cobras was in this area here, where Yuri has her garden here. Gang, I should say, it's starting to get overgrown, so she has some work to do. But she went shopping today, so that's fine. She needed a break. She starts at one end and works to the other. So there's a bamboo a clump. The owner up there tries to keep them down, burn them, keep the cobras out, but because they got little kids running around there all the time. So that's something to keep in mind. Some people spend years without seeing one. Well, I saw 3 in a matter of about 3 months, 3-4 months, and that made me quite aware. I was digging around before, not paying attention, and could have been in trouble, but thankfully I was preserved. Look what I had to do to keep the kids from shoving stones up and around and through. That's my vent for the septic. And had to do the same thing on the top of the well. They were filling, after we spent a lot of money cleaning that well out, they were bound, determined they were going to fill that and drop stones and sticks and mud down through there, dirt, gravel, whatever. And I just, parents know about it, but there's no accountability. So this isn't a pleasant sight, is it? But I have to do it. When I was pre-drilling, some cement broke out the bottom edge, so I have to go around and patch that eventually. But at any rate, the other things are, which I don't care about much, don't bother me. Some people are really bothered by them, are large spiders. I walked into the bathroom early one morning, and I was just about to sit down, out from the lid crawls this, had to be 2¼ to 2½ inch across. That is measured 2½ inches of spider. So apparently that one wasn't dangerous. But these windows were stored just outside on the patio under cover, and upon uncovering them, there was a 2 to 2½ inch black hairy spider. Now that was deadly. So we did a number in it quickly. So there are some things here you got to watch out for. The other thing is really annoying, because you can't see them coming or going. That's the mosquitoes here. They're tiny. If they buzz really close to your ear, you hear them, but you're bit before you know it. And of course, they can carry everything from malaria to dengue, which many people get here, and you don't have to be in the countryside. I know a Norwegian in Cebu. He lives right in the city, and he came down with it, and others have as well, and many have been preserved from it, and that's terrific. But you don't want to mess around with that, because it does a number on you pretty quickly. You want to get to a doctor quickly. High fever is a symptom, and there's a few. You just look it up online, and you'll be able to see what endangers us here. But I think that's all for now. I anticipate doing a video on banking. Actually, I did one coming up here, and my speakers went dead, so I had to scrub that one. So, but that can be an issue here if you're not prepared. Even when you're prepared and think you have your ducks in a row from the United States upon moving or visiting, you'll find this interesting. So again, take watching, and until next time, bye now.